What's going on YouTube? How's everybody today? It's nice to hear. So today I'm going to talk about an album that I'd like to have in my Saturday repertoire, but my boss is pretty cool to the idea of having it because he doesn't like having like dance music played on Saturdays because he says he likes to keep the shitty dance music played next door. But a band I think would go over really well, and it's run over like every time I played it, it's went over pretty well at work, is a band called Digitalism. This is their 2007 album called Idealism. Digitalism is a two German guys, a German duo. They met in a record store in Hamburg. They became friends there. The owner of the record store got them to DJ some parties, and they decided to play their own music. I read online, I don't know if this is true, but they might own and record inside a World War II bomb shelter or something like that, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they met in 2004. This album came out in 2007. It's their debut album. These guys do a lot of remixes. They played Coachella. They played South by Southwest. The two guys in this band, there's one guy named Jens Mollet, and the other guy's name is Ishmael. Jens actually has two other side projects besides this band one's called Polemo Disco Machine, the other one's just called Jens. I don't know anything about those bands though, but yeah, these guys get a lot of comparisons to bands like Daft Punk and Justice and Soulwax and Vitalik. Like, there's a lot of this kind of electro dance music around. These guys, you know, being a, you know, dance party band, they get a lot of bad descriptive words online, and some cool adjectives I found for describing these guys was neo disco tech house. Like, it's kind of wordy. New rave came up again. Some guy had a smooth little term for it called electro touch, and I'm like, ooh, that's nice. And then there's this one that came up quite often, but every time I read it, they're always like, oh, this one sucks. It's called blog house. I guess it's like house music the bloggers write about a lot, blog house, but yeah, that was pretty much scorned. But pretty much all it is just dance party music. From beginning to end, it's pretty much just the same song, or the same couple of songs, you know, reinvented, reformed, and replayed. These guys, this is a band that just has like one idea and just goes over it again and again. Digitalism doesn't have anything like new to offer or like any original ideas, but that's not to their detriment though. Like, they take old ideas and, like, you know, dance ideas from the past from like several bands, maybe some of the bands I listed, and just do what they do, except they go for bigger sounds, like bigger bass lines, bigger synths. But one thing to their credit too is like they do have some vocoded and electronic treated vocals on here, but there are also parts where the singer actually just sings, you know, just uses his actual voice, which is kind of commendable. But Digitalism do what they do, and they do it very well. They do it with a lot of style and flair and finesse. This album does have a lot of filler on it, but I would say there's probably more good songs than bad songs on here. The good songs are actually really, really good. The songs I like are songs like Apollo-gize, and Home Zone's really good. I also like the song Pogo a lot. I Want What I Want, also a really, really good song. But yeah, like I said, this is just like dance party music. It's not supposed to be heavy on content. You're not supposed to really like sit down and like spend a lot of time trying to enjoy this. This is the kind of music that's supposed to be like instantly gratifying. The kind of stuff you could throw on at a dance party, people could enjoy it. If you just like get down to some like cool electro synths and just some kick drum and some snare and just, you know, bass lines, and just listen to beats all the time. Like each song is kind of derivative of something else and derivative of itself, but it's also like they're all pretty good. Like these guys do enough to spice up each song and add cool little bleeps and bloops and effects and stuff to make each song kind of interesting. Like, they're not all exactly the same, but they all kind of follow the same formula, the same elements, or all just have this high-paced kind of bass line with, you know, some synth lines that'll go through this quiet kind of weird passage and back up to the bass line again, up and down like that, and they, like, you know, switch the pieces up a little song per song. But for the most part, the songs pretty much have the same idea. Like, this album could be a little more varied, and these guys could have a little more originality in there, but they don't really need to, I guess, because this is just, you know, a pretty solid dance party album. What else? Yeah, when these guys perform live, it's pretty much how they record their music. They just use like a laptop and a drum machine, some Korg synthesizers. Digital drums are also used. What else? Oh yeah, these guys actually got into some advertising too. They did a commercial for Virgin Mobile, and they did one for for a video game. I don't know if I wrote it down here. Let's see if I can find it. Commercials, oh yeah, the video game Need for Speed too, so I don't know, maybe you guys recognize that from like a TV or something. I don't really watch television, but I think I remember hearing it on a Virgin Mobile song, but yeah. But like I said, they're a pretty good band. They do what they do very well. They have a good grasp on how to make a good dance music and stuff like that. I can see Fishbeardo playing it in this song just because the sound is so polished and clear and very driven, very energetic. These guys have a lot of blaring sounds and blaring chainsaw synths and drum machine and boops, and you know, it's pretty flawless production on here. Doesn't need a lot of variety, but it probably could have used a little bit more. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Digitalism. It's their 2007 album, Idealism, released on Virgin Records. Catch you guys later.